Hey guys, so if you're looking for a way to try to kind of galvanize and bring your team together, or you're wanting to send a message as a coach, I want to share with you a little story that worked for me very, very well, very effective, something that maybe it could work for you. By the way, if you don't know who I am, my name's Andy Powers. I have a portfolio of baseball training businesses, either indoors or online, and I have nothing to sell you. So the thing that I did that was so effective, I've done it a few times, but probably the most effective time I did it was when I took over as the new head coach at a high school program. It was a very established program, a lot of upperclassmen, very good players. And what I did was at the very beginning when I took over in the fall and we started our practices daily, what I had them all do, it didn't matter if they were brand new to the program or if they'd been with us for quite a while, is I had them all turn their shirts inside out. Now, if they didn't have a school shirt, then they just wore a blank white t-shirt. But all of that was done for a purpose, and that's what I want to share with you in this video. I laid out the expectations of what I wanted out of our program, the expectations where I wanted for those players to do on a daily basis, you know, the attitude, their effort, how to compete, how to conduct themselves. We were going to do things as a program. And so one of the first things that we had to do is we had to start thinking and acting like that. So the power of putting their shirt inside out is that, one, it quickly, hopefully, humbled everybody who maybe was a little bit, on their high horse as far as thinking that they were a little bit better than the program, because all of a sudden they were equals to everybody. But more importantly is that what we did is we just kept pounding them every single day on practice, and working hard and demanding the things that I laid out for them of those expectations. I'm sure expectations that are going to be similar to what you have, but you probably got your own as well. And the power of it is that when they had done what I had asked them to do, consistently for a period of time, then what I would do is I'd go over into practice. Sometimes it'd be in the middle of practice, sometimes at the end, but I always tried to pick a moment where it was visible for everybody else. And I would just casually walk over to them and just say, hey, turn your shirt the right way. That was such a huge accomplishment for those kids because they knew what that meant. And just because you turned your shirt the right way, by the way, didn't mean that you couldn't turn it back the other way as well. But the other message that it sent is that it validated that what they had been doing was what I had wanted them to do. So that was a sense of accomplishment for them. Then it became a sense of pride because they knew that all the other guys, their teammates around them, still had their shirts inside out. So not only were those teammates now looking at him for guidance and leadership, but he was now realizing that he was an example, that he was going to have to set the tone for the other ones because he did not want his shirt to go back the other way. That would be truly embarrassing. And just slowly by slowly, you started to see guys turn their shirts the right way and turn their shirts the right way. And before you knew it, you had a well-oiled machine going. And I'll give you one more quick example of how we took this to the next step. During that same first year, one of the first things we did is when the season began in the spring, is we went and played in a tournament in Dallas. And we played in a great tournament up there. And we had a really good team, very talented team. And we played a doubleheader on Friday. And the first game we played was awful. And we won because we just out-talented the other team, right? But the way we conducted ourselves, the way we went about our business, everything, it was just horrible. And so in between games, thankfully we didn't have much time between games, but in between games, I told all of our players to turn their uniform, their jerseys, and their hats inside out, as well as myself and the coaches. I want to be very clear about this. They played that way because it was my fault and our coaches, and we were gonna shoulder the blame just like them. And to the other team and the umpires' credit, they were completely cool. At the pregame meeting at home plate, I just told them, I said, look, I got to send a message to my team. I'm not going to try to pull any shenanigans or anything on you guys as far as substitutions and all that, but I got to send a message. And to the other team's credit and to the umpires, they were incredibly cool with it, and they said, yeah, no problem, just do what you got to do. And I'll tell you what, we absolutely destroyed that team because those guys got embarrassed in front of another team, in front of their parents, in front of the other team's parents. They realized that I meant business, that I was serious about what we were going to do, and that is what I think is so powerful about the simple act of just turning your jersey or turning your practice shirt inside out. You got to earn the name that's on that front, not the name on the back, on the name on the front. And so that's something that worked well for me. Maybe that's something that could work well for you, and I'd encourage you to try it if you feel like it's necessary. And I want to thank you for watching the video. I'll see you later.